Hey guys, welcome back. It's Monday. You're sitting on the hashtag MagnaOnAir digital network, magnasearchgroup.tv. It's the Big Game Hunters podcast. On today's show, we're talking about what's buzzing in Toronto.
Something's in the air.
Something's in the air. We're in the recruitment business. We're in the consulting business. We're hearing it every single day. Companies in Toronto are hiring. There's a lot of up-and-coming companies raising money, raising capital, looking to push the barrier. Jason's going to bring you a hot show today, as well as myself, on why these companies are attracting great people, what are they doing, how they're raising money, and really why they're standing out in the market.
I'm like, last year we got the Raptors in the playoff, or 2 years ago, Raptors in the playoffs, the We the North, lots of buzz in the city, lots of buzz. This year, the Jays winning the AL East. Now they're in the playoffs, you get the buzz going there. But something's coming from a business standpoint that we're really noticing because we're doing a lot of work in Toronto. There's a lot of startup game happening, well underway in Toronto. It's becoming a bit of a hub, maybe even the Silicon Valley of the North. It's either them or it's either in Vancouver. But we're loving what we're seeing. Have you seen some companies that are really catching your eye so far?
We got Virage Sale. Yeah, the big one. We got Virage Sale, we got Joist, we got Event Mobile, Scribble Live.
But let's talk about it. So Virage Sale, virtual garage sale. Very interesting platform. How it started, basically a mom who was on leave and decided that the buying and selling was a nightmare on Facebook. And now they've created a platform that's going after Craigslist and Kijiji, which is something that you would never think would change. You've got Joist, who I know has put extensive resources into creating this amazing culture.
You have a contractor. You have a business and you have
a connection platform, essentially.
An application,
a tool for these contractors to make their lives easier, right? So like the innovation is happening and we're seeing it more and more, and there's more talent, within that Ontario region, and there's money that's
Is it the millennials coming out of these top tier universities out east, Jason, that's driving companies?
And getting the more talent in there?
Not just getting more talent, but these companies are really pushing the barrier, right? These companies are setting the pace. They're getting excitement. They're in the news. A lot of people want to work for them. They've raised $10 million. They've raised $20 million. Is it the millennials coming out of the schools in Toronto that are really coming up with these unique ideas? Because they're saying our generation is the entrepreneur generation. Everyone's going out there, they're looking to start a business. They have this idea, this dream. They start in their garage, or they start at their home in their basement. They go out there and they build a company. Is it the young talent that's sitting in Toronto right now that's really driving this?
I don't necessarily say that has to be young talent. Like people that are largely established in their career, they want to do something for themselves. And I think now in our generation, it's been more available than ever before to be able to do something like that. And in Toronto, you've got some companies that have really already established themselves in the tech space. Like you've got BlackBerry that's still kicking, right?
Still
BlackBerry, shout out, you're still doing well. But at one point they were literally one of the biggest beasts in the world in terms of their and there's a lot of talent there. There's Shopify, which is Ottawa based, but now opening up a huge expansion in Waterloo. So like Shopify's gone to the IPO stage, very successful organization. There's talent there.
We have
so
there's people,
but there's people that have gone through that scalability and that growth that are staying in the Toronto region because they absolutely love it, right? In Vancouver, we still get a lot of that because we have such a great city here as well. But Seattle's only a 2.5 hour drive away. So if you do want to go to the States, essentially Toronto's going to face the same struggles that Vancouver faces.
You're going to go to Buffalo, you're going to go down to New York.
But even that's a little bit of extent. 8 hours, 8 hour drive, 10 hour drive.
Nothing's really going on over there, let's be honest, right?
Oh, I'm just
joking. Come on.
But we're still going to have the people that still want to go to the Valley. They still want to go to New York. They still want to go to Boston, things like that.
So let me ask you, Jason, why Toronto? Why are these companies starting up in the big city in Canada? Why is it Toronto? Why is it booming so much right now?
Like Toronto has been known to be like obviously a banking
All these
hub.
companies are fighting for the same
processing's
talent.
near in the Toronto, and a lot of head offices are in Toronto. And I think now what's sort of happened with the banking center being there, it's kind of like a Magna.
Is there more money there? Is that why talent's going to Toronto?
There's definitely investment.
Is that why these companies
capital
are sitting there and surrounded by other companies where they can ultimately get talent to build their companies?
Yeah, like I think the one thing about Toronto and having people vibe in there is it's a great city to live in it from your 20s to 30s. And even beyond that, right? It's always buzzing. There's always something going on. It's the work hard,
they got
play
the financing,
hard.
they've got the banks, they've got the lifestyle, they've got the atmosphere, they've got the resources where people can connect, grow, network, work.
And I got to say, like, a lot of the universities around Toronto, including in Toronto, have very reputable, very reputable operations. Like, you know, like I said, Waterloo, we're seeing some of the best engineers in the country come out of there. You know, London Ivy's one of the best business schools. Western, right? So, and then we've got, you know, there's Kitchener, there's Toronto. U of T. Like, there's a lot of like very reputable, and people leave their hometowns to go there, and they fall in love with the region and they stay there. And that's part of the struggle that other smaller cities will face, right? Or you know, Toronto's, you know, it's a vibe, and so there's people there. Now we see with Waterloo, like they're seeing a lot of tech talent from Waterloo now migrating to Toronto, even though Waterloo has such a big
and we see the companies in Vancouver trying to attract that Waterloo talent because it's so hot there right now.
But moving across the country is a huge adjustment, right? And Vancouver is a different vibe than Toronto. It absolutely is. So, you know, some of the companies that I think we should definitely be watching out for, like we said, Berard, Joist, Event Mobi is kind of like Event Base here. They're really interesting space, right? They create mobile apps for events, and like that's all obviously something that's so cool and new because mobile apps never existed before, and now we're kind of changing the way that events people engage with events, which is obviously important for people that host events. So Event Mobi,
you got 500px.
Yeah, they're really interesting stock photography platform. They great idea, well funded, and they've just created a really seamless platform for people to sort of engage based on pictures. Wow. And you know, there's people that have done like Getty Images, for example, has been around for some time, but that's kind of the first one I've seen in Canada that's really built a solid market for themselves there. And then you know, Shopify is obviously one that had a very successful IPO and is a truly like a Canadian success story. So
where can our audience and our community, Jason, the people out there looking to get either looking to get a job or move up into their career, where can people go and find out about these companies?
Well, obviously every company has their own website, right? But what you want to focus on is you want to find out what the culture is like in those organizations, because that's really what's going to be most important. The one thing about these people that is, or about these companies that is completely consistent across is they're all looking for the same talent. They're looking for executive talent that's scaled something quickly. They're looking for development talent, which is so hard to find. So if you're looking to get into them, what some of the deciding factors is the culture fit. And that's going to be the ultimate barrier. They're not just going to hire someone to hire someone. They really need to fit in with that vision, that long-term plan. So do your research, try to talk to someone within the organization, figure out what their culture's like, and that's how you want to tailor your approach, right?
But where can our candidates go to find out about these companies? Because these are companies recently raised money. They don't quite have a presence right now. There's maybe 5 to 10 people sitting inside these companies. How can candidates go out and find out about these companies?
There's two ways. Obviously, you can Google the company, find their website. The other one is, you know, obviously there's some companies on this list that we work with relentlessly, and you know, we absolutely love working with them and love representing them. So reach out to us, magnasearchgroup.com, Jason, Rory, and speak to us about it. You know,
and we love talking about companies pushing the barrier, right? We love talking about companies pushing the barrier, doing big things in the city, you know, providing more jobs, small companies, small business owners, driving revenue, create more opportunities for other people, and we love to see that. We love talking about it on our show.
A big thing about the Toronto space that I love is there's companies like BrainStation or D2L that are like creating these platforms to educate people and get them more ramped up on certain skill sets. And if you have that presence in a city, all that's going to do is create more applicable skills for that city. So if it's happening in Toronto right now, we're going to see more people with more applicable skills, and we're going to see more talent moves within the city with organizations like that have a strong presence.
And then you have the Windsor, and then you have you know, London, you have Kingston. You have Barrie. Like, do you see more and more people, the talented people, moving into the bigger city?
They're talking about doing like a rapid transit sort of tube from Waterloo to Toronto, so that people can go like this, which is what they do, in the Valley with San Jose, and what they do in Boston as well. Like, having that talent here, having the centers here, and going like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to create not just a Toronto hub, but like an all-around Southern Ontario hub of just like amazing things happening. And I think that there's going to be a lot more investment into Canadian startups, either from Canadian firms. You know,
Canadians are funded. They've got money to spend. It's who they're going to spend it with.
New government in place. It'll be very interesting to see how it unfolds and how these companies close out the year. We're looking forward to 2016.
Yeah. One other thing we wanted to mention before we close the show here is compensation, is salaries.
10 to 30% higher than Vancouver.
Toronto.
On parity,
Oh, yeah.
If you have a job, if you have a job in Vancouver and you have a job in Toronto, I hate to say it because we live here, but it is
Toronto
10 to 30% higher. And that's a big thing. They call it the sunshine tax here, which is something that I learned as a new Vancouverite.
Oh,
because
yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
you know, there's
Well,
the great
corporate
natural
tax and all
resources.
that, right?
No,
Yeah.
the sunshine tax, because the sun and the mountains, that they can come in as a lower rate because people want to live
That's
here and
right.
stay here,
People
right?
wanna
So,
live here. Yep.
but again, that's created a market that now, as a macro level, pays a lower scale than a place like Toronto. So if I'm a person who has very different vibes of cities, but two very happening cities, I might choose there just because you know, that compensation might be a bit higher, the affordability will be a bit higher.
So I'm going to ask you one other question, Jason, before we close the show. Is you know, you're on the market. You're a talented individual. You've got skill sets that's high in demand right now. Do I go to Toronto or do I go to Vancouver?
I think it really depends what you want to get into. I can't say one or the other because both are great cities. Both
Yeah.
are getting heavily invested in, and we're going to see so many more amazing companies pop up.
They come in the Silicon Valley of Canada,
if
right?
you're starting a company, I have to say Toronto. Cost of living is just a bit lower.
I don't know about that. Cost of living is almost the same as Vancouver.
Sorry, we
I
have the
feel.
worst affordability index.
We have the worst affordability,
affordability
yeah.
index. We are the worst in the
Top
country.
4 place to live in the world.
Yeah,
Right.
like, exactly. And so I would say Toronto if you're starting,
Pay to
because
play.
you might find a few shoe in the box places where Vancouver is obviously very tough to find.
Perfect.
But either way, you're in for a win if you're in. That's a little bit of a cheesy way to say it.
Yeah.
You're in for a win if you're in Toronto or Vancouver. If you're starting a company, you want to get with a startup. Check out the two cities. Check out some of the companies that we shouted out, so you
That's
can further learn about it. And check us out on Wednesday. It's the Big Game Hunters.
Big Game
Come
Hunters.
back to the jungle. We'll be here. We'll be ready. We'll be hungry.
Rory McMillan, Jason Berard. Check us out. iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher Radio, Instagram. We're blowing up. We're giving you shows each and every week, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
Boom.